Hi, thanks for checking out this video here. This is going to be, well, hopefully a how to repair video on a Gallagher B80. The B180 and the B280 are very similar units. Some differences on the inside and outside, but the function of it's about the same. So if you've got one of these things or any other brand or model, we'll be happy to take a look at it for you. There's information right there. Fencerfixer.com, our address and phone number, email address. You can call, text anytime. Alright, so let's get into this thing. There was no note on it besides the customer's business card where they sent it from. But the first thing I noticed was these clamps have been replaced and they're pretty rusted. It's a 12 volt unit. You know, rust doesn't allow power to go through it very well. So I'm going to replace these, but what we'll first do is I'm going to cut these off, these clamps, and we're just going to start fresh here, and we can always, and you see this cable's been taped and boogered together a few times, so it still won't come on when we open it up. We're going to test power on the inside, see if we're actually getting power through this cable here. So let's go ahead and we'll turn the power supply on. We're going to set it to 13 volts, and we'll hook up power here and power there. Alright, this has a couple different features to it. Well, not really. It's got has off is straight up and down at 12 o'clock position. Has your battery check and your on position. It doesn't have half power, none of that other stuff. Let's turn it here, see if it does a battery check. See, it shows that we have one red light when it should be up to the green because I've got 13 volts going into it. Let's turn it over here, see what it does. Alright. So we got some issues. Ooh, I didn't hear that before. Let's pull it apart here and see what we got going on. Well, pretty clean. I was expecting a bunch of crap being rolled around on the inside, but let's see what's rolling around. This transformer. This is the original style transformer they used to use. Used the solid black one on the B80s, and then they went to kind of a see-through case on them. And I imagine these, it's supposed to look like this. You can see they're all broken right here. Here's what's rolling around. There's the part of the plastic. But that's your output part of it. It's where it broke at. So over here where the board was, the input side, that's where the problem's at. So first thing I want to do is I want to I'm going to test the input side of the cord and see if we're getting 13 volts coming through, because that's what I've got coming into it. So see if we got 13 volts here at the cable. So we'll go from here to here. Not 13 volts, so I don't know why the battery check was showing that we had low voltage. Alright, let's see. Well, I see a problem right there. Got some corrosion on the board, so that might be our issue. And I don't fiddle far around with this surface mount crap. I don't. If it's something like these bigger things, I'll mess around with those a little bit, but these surface mount stuff I don't mess with that much. I just never got taught that stuff, never had training on how to mess around with those things, plus I can't read them that well because it's so small. Let me go see what I've got for parts and on hand. Alright. So here's a new board. So we're going to put that in right there. You see it's a lot different looking, similar, but different looking, all the same. This is the new board. It's the old board. See how these little diodes are pretty small, and then they went to a lot bigger, beefier ones. And the capacitor on here was the small red one was a 2 microfarad 250 volt, and they went to a 2 microfarad 400 volt, something that would handle a little bit more power. So now I need to make sure this is centered. A little line right there with this long stem. Make sure that this little notch down here is straight at like 6 o'clock. And then we'll go ahead and get the new capacitor or new transformer installed. See, this is the newer style one. See, it's kind of went from the solid black one to these kind of see-through looking ones. I don't know when they did that. Did that a number of years ago. Alright, this power's hooked up. Let me go to here for the battery check. Alright, we got something going on somewhere. I hooked the wire up to the wrong spot. Back to the board here. Turn power off for a second. There we go. See all the lights showing up on the battery check. We'll turn on to the on position. Clicking along. So we'll take our tester here. Getting about 9,000 volts. So this one's basically done. So we'll go ahead and put the knobs back on. You got to put new clamps on it. I might give him the option either I'll put them on here, or if he's got some at his house there, maybe he can just to save him some money, he can just put some new clamps on there. But these clamps are junk. You can see they're all rusted and everything. This one's not too bad inside there, but this one's really ate up. Part of it's even broken, but they're all rusted up. They need to be changed. But anyways, that's really it for this little video. So I'd like to subscribe to the channel. I'd be thankful of that. There's our information right there, our address and websites and phone numbers. Until next time, we'll see you later on.